and welcome to this midday market mood check with me, Nandita Khemka, and my colleague Yatin Mota. Well, Yatin, it was a good day of trade. We saw a rebound on the Nifty, but we have fizzled out from the day's high after coming to closer to 18,300 mark.
Correct.
We are now back to around 18,200 levels or thereabouts. A big day on the earnings front, given the fact that SBI and ITC will be reporting earnings. Indigo is another counter that will be reporting earnings. If you look at the sectoral gainers, banking pack as a whole is gaining, but the PSU banking index was down. Even though SBI was holding out in trade ahead of earnings, IT is another pocket that was in the green. Realty and pharma were under the weather today, and when you look at the Nifty gainers, Bajaj Finance, ICICI Bank, HDFC Life, Bharti Airtel extending gains from yesterday. And on the losing side, Divi's Labs, as I mentioned, pharma is under pressure. Adani Ports, Eicher, Power Grid, some of the losers in trade today. Let's talk about SBI. Earnings expected to come out sometime soon. Presser is at 2:30 p.m. But when you look at expectations, profit expected to jump somewhere around 65% on a YY basis, and net interest income growth is likely to be the best in 20 quarters as per expectations, somewhere around 26% or thereabouts. Margins likely to be stable, asset quality likely to be stable, but Street will watch out for comments on growth outlook as well as the expected credit losses. Any kind of comments coming in on that will be something the Street will be watching out for. ITC is another one. Cigarette volumes likely to be in double digit, 12 to 13%. FMCG and hotels business likely to do very well. Hotels, in fact, expected to grow around 40 to 50% on a low base. Omicron, because of Omicron, the base is pretty low. So that is about the ITC earnings. Let's talk about mid-caps. Quite a few counters reacting to earnings and news flow. Let's talk about restaurants, brand Asia, Burger King. There's some bit of news there.
So this is a CNBC Awaaz exclusive which I reported, and sources are indicating that Burger King, which is restaurant brand Asia, the promoters, which is Everstone, a private equity player, is looking to sell out its entire stake. And there are two front runners for this transaction. One is Jubilant Foodworks, the famous Domino's franchisee in India, and the consortium of private equity players, which includes Advent as well as General Atlantic. So let's see how the transactions move out, because it's been quite some time where Everstone wants to exit this business. And what we understand is that in the short term, there could be some announcements regarding the stake sale. And if it goes through, probably there could be an open offer also, which investors will watch out for keenly. Obviously, the stock has underperformed because they haven't been able to be profitable or aggressively expand their footprint, add stores, and the expectations were quite high when this stock got listed. So let's see how really this stock shapes up. East India Hotels 12% up. GSL, good earnings versus expectations. Stock is up 6%. On the flip side, we have MTAR Technologies, which reported a decline in their gross margins, because of which the stock is nearly down 5% in trade. Thermax, again, the stock is down 5%, so some negative surprises coming in here. As far as MRPL, CS is concerned, both of these stocks are doing well, 5% up for that one. Deepak Fertilizers, KEC, and Metropolis after earnings. That stock is down 3%. So a lot of earnings reactions which have come in for this particular.
Right, and even JK Tyres was down somewhere around 5%, I think, reacting to earnings. Aside of that, let's talk about the street. We spoke about burgers, let's also talk about pizzas. Jubilant Food reported numbers yesterday, underwhelming set of numbers. Street view is rather divided, UBS is bullish with a buy rating target price of 600 rupees per share. It believes that the long-term growth story is intact, even though, margins obviously have been under pressure due to a surge in wheat and milk prices, which is the input price for the pizza maker, right? So UBS is largely bullish, but, I think CLSA is one brokerage that's not too bullish on Jubilant Food. Aside of that, Devyani International, that stock is edging up, surprisingly, given the fact that it has got two downgrades, one from CLSA and one from Jefferies. Despite that, the stock is up, and if you look at others, Vedant Fashion was one counter.
They have launched an OFS
of I think 7%, and then green shoe option of 2.88%, and the OFS floor price was set at 1161, which was a discount to yesterday's close price. So the issue was open for non-retail investors today, and tomorrow it will be open for retail investors. So that stock was not doing that badly, but it was down in the red. Aside of that, Jindal Stainless is another counter that was rallying on the back of strong Q4 performance. They have also announced some capex of I think 8,000 crores or thereabouts. that stock doing well. What's also not doing well is some of these staffing companies like Teamlease and Quest Corp, given the fact that there has been a margin compression given the slowdown in IT hiring. So those two counters are not doing all that well. I don't know whether I mentioned Honeywell Automation is one counter that's up 9% on good earnings. So these are some of the mid caps that are buzzing on the back of earnings and news flow. But aside of that, Yatin, looks like we are okay in trade given the fact that it's weekly expiry, some bit of volatility coming in.
But I think second half, the things will depend on ITC and SBI earnings because they do come in at the fag end of the market hour. So, after 2 p.m., do expect some action on the market because SBI, India's largest PSU bank, and ITC, one of the top FMCG counters, will report their earnings.
And of course, we will also be cutting into the management presser of SBI at 2:30 p.m. So don't forget to tune in for that. But for now, I think we are done with all the buzzers in trade today. So from me and Yatin, thanks a lot for watching. And it's a goodbye for now. But tune in at 2:30 p.m. for the SBI presser.